Yeah, I'm here sitting with my friend Marilyn. That picture on the computer there is when she came to my house a few weeks ago. Marilyn, what do you want to say?
Oh, well, hello, Karen and listeners. Can you tell me how long it's been on this lockdown?
3 weeks?
3 weeks. Well, I have to be honest, it is now getting to me. I'm 66 years of age, and I do appreciate the NHS, but last night, just before the clapping at 8 o'clock, I heard a sizzling noise. It was just like, you know, the trams where they got the things sticking up along the wires. It's really heavy duty. I thought, what the fuck's that? Just before the clapping at 8 o'clock last night. So the NHS are stretched by what means they mean stretch, I don't know. You've got pictures showing them all without mask on, doing the okey cokey and all being bright and cheerful. But then again, I've got friends that work in the NHS that have said, no, they've closed one hospital down and a lot of the staff have gone over to a few London hospitals. Whether that's true or not, well, I believe them because they work there, so you can't get no fairer than that, can you? And also the community spirit. Where is it? I mean, I've had a poster put up from my local council, which are brilliant. I'm not going to say who, but I feel bad calling them up to ask them to maybe get me a bag full of shopping down the road. I just don't feel that while I'm able, although I did fall up the stairs last week and a friend let me down, and I've had offers from friends, and when I ask them, can they do like tomorrow, give them a day, they said, oh, they can't do that day, and that can cause anxiety, you know. Is this all to make us all mentally go off our heads at the end of the day? Because I feel like I'm going off my head, and I suffer with anxiety and post-traumatic stress as it is. For a
it's a good question to put, isn't it? What does everybody else think and feel right now? I feel okay, but you know, I'm not sure, because you're an empath, aren't you, as well? And so you pick up on everybody else's feelings.
Exactly, and I'm not a selfish person. You know, I'm not a selfish person, and I'm not a greedy person, and I just can't explain it. You know, I said to my neighbour, if there's anything you need, don't forget, I can go over the shops for you. I'm not incapable of walking, although I've been nursing a bruised hip rather than call the GP up. Do you know what I mean? I'm not into heavy duty prescriptions. I'd rather go the alternate route. But as I say to my, you know, friends and family, you've got to dose yourself up with vitamin C, zinc, you know, abide by this so-called virus that, in my opinion, is just another strain of flu, to be quite honest with you, because you need the antibodies to fight it. I'm not a medical doctor, obviously, as you know, and I don't profane to be, but there's solutions that we can all take, but lending a hand and, you know, come on, it don't, you know, when someone delivers something, they stand 2 meters away. You know, it's not a bad deal, is it?
What we were talking about before we came on was that we were probably hoping that it would bring closeness, but it's made people more selfish.
Exactly. You know, we can all put messages out on Facebook, and I know I have a friend that's doing it. He's put himself out because he wanted to borrow me van. But obviously, at the moment, I said I can't help it. I'm still bruised from my hip. You know, I wouldn't mind doing that myself.
So what's the message you want to tell everybody, Marilyn?
Pardon?
What's the message you want for everybody?
What?
What's the message you want for everybody?
Start lending a hand. You know, we're all sitting indoors, and we are allowed to go out, and we're allowed to, you know, exercise. And I'm sure the local police, if they ask you where you're going and you told them you was delivering something for a person that's not well or an old person, they're not that bad. Although I've seen a few videos come round, like private messages, the way they're heavy-handed, but at the same breath, they don't want to be piling up people and giving them £1,000 of fines. You know, we all go off about them, but the 2 metres apart, I've got to be honest, I wouldn't wear a mask, would you?
No. I find it quite alarming when all these people are coming towards me with a mask on.
Well, I'm not being funny, and I'll say it again like I did on Facebook. They're the sheep that stand outside and clap when they should be should be spending more energy going to their local town hall and taking a handwritten letter in, asking for a receipt.
My son told me he's happy with the way it is. He's never going to get this much time off again. But my worry is that we're a few weeks into something that's financially going to make it much worse in the future. And instead of us all worrying about our future, that in 10 years' time we'll be driving the same cars and etc., everybody's only thinking now about this time off. Hey, we're having a holiday! And in a way it is like that. But it isn't, because we've been shut down. Come on, we're not buying clothes. We're not booking holidays. We're not buying cars. We're not buying houses. Come on, our economy can't just stand still. They must have planned all this. They've planned it all, Marilyn. That's what probably NASA's money was all about. Don't forget the birth certificate money. And also each, you know, when you take a mortgage out, they take life cover out on you. They've got masses of money, these big businesses.
Yeah, the City of London.
I found this video today to talk about the numbers of people and what it was, 1 in whatever. And what it did was it had about 10. And coronavirus was number 3. And it was 1 in 600 and something thousand people it would take to get it. But then you've got Spanish flu, which was 40 million. That was 1 in something, like 1 in 10, 1 in 5. Did shut the world down for that, did they? And I said, I've just put this video out how they could round us up like we were herded animals. I'm just going to be putting one of those out.
What about the fruit pickers, the vegetable pickers in Lincolnshire? They're bringing over loads of Romanians. Whereas our mob are unemployed, they would bite their arms off to go and get a job doing that. For lettuces, apparently.
Yeah, I also said, you went to bed on one night.
It's true from mainstream media,
We went to bed one night and saying, hey, I'm a businessman and I've earned lots of money and I'm a great businessman. And then the next day, you'd have wished you were working at Tesco's. You know, people who are working in the supermarkets are probably, hey, I've got a job.
And those in the NHS, you know, NHS, I think it's best to avoid the mainstream media, not being funny, the news and everything.
Yeah, people need to. I actually was telling you today that what I think they've done is they've got some subliminal message in there, and it's like, turn yourself off, die. That's what I think's going on. I think that they, a bit like Russian vids, the film. I've forgotten that film now. They Live, and then he put his glasses on and he saw all these subliminal messages. I think that's what they're doing in the television. I think people listen to how they talk to you, listen to how they're doing it. Operation. I just think they're giving messages out. I think they're telling people to turn themselves off. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
See, I'm not the only one that thinks that.
Yeah, it's like that mind control, MK Ultra, would it be?
I don't know what
Karen?
it is, but all I know is that I just got this feeling that, because listening to it all right, I mean, we're digressing a bit because we came on talking about something else, but Amy was told to tell her dad to go to Jesus by the nurses. Now, I put a video on the other day by that guy with his mum that was very ill, whether it was taken 6 months ago or a year ago or a couple of weeks ago. It was the same thing. He was told to tell his mother to let go. Now, if the and they were going to anaesthetise her, which he wasn't very happy about. Now, if they're prepared to do all that before we get to a planademic, then what are they doing when we're in one? I mean, the bank put £100 in my bank account the other day. Who puts £100 in your bank account? Does a bank put £100 in your bank account? It didn't sort my life out, but I mean, at least they put 100. It was for all the charges.
Exactly, and can you imagine how unwell people are going to be after all this? You know, it won't be it won't be the so-called CV. It'd be people on more in mental health states, more suicide, more domestic violence, where they won't be well enough to go to work, or I've been told to lift my what's that word? Frequency.
Yeah, I mean, I've got that one by Hard News TV, which is going out, which is a warning. But I'm going to put one on with mindfulness, and he's talking about raising your vibrations.
Yeah, all the younger ones can be doing that, can't they?
I'm not a younger. See, the thing is, though, we're now a different generation, aren't we? We're not as young as our kids, and we don't see things like they do. That's the thing.
No. That's another.
And as you get older and you know yourself more and you're more relaxed, you look at it all and you're just saying, don't do it and wake up. And all these people are, the pandemic, and they're just all lost in it and there's nothing you can do.
Exactly. A couple of places in America, they've took to the streets and had a peaceful demonstration that they've had enough. And I think
I heard that also another country, Puerto Rico or something. Was it Puerto Rico? They were protesting.
Germany and France.
But listen, at the moment we don't know whether that's put on there as a lie or they're really doing it. But
exactly.
Because they want us to fire up. They want to bring in martial law.
I said to someone today. They want to go us. It seems like they're going us. You know, we're showing these videos of the police getting it, you know, a bit heavy-handed, not with their, not physically, but verbally, you know, with the law, blah, blah, blah. And I was quite pleased with the Brummies. They said, we've got to stand 2 metres, you could be pervert 19.
Horrible, isn't it? And what it is I couldn't get my daughter to understand that whatever it is in our body in the first place. So no wonder they can use it. And then looking up something about Shanann Watts, there was a nurse that looked like Shanann Watts, very much like her, just a bit older. Amy found it, went to her Facebook. She had this hospital thing up there because obviously she's supposed to be a nurse. And on there, they talked about COVID-19 in 2017. It was the same thing. It was up there. It was a post of 2017. It said COVID-19. That was 2017. My video was. What a freaking lie! See what I mean? And my daughter wants to believe it's real when actually it was 2017 we had it.
Do you reckon this could all be like an illusion type of thing? Like it's part of. It will be part of history. And then it'll be all smothered over like the Tartarians.
Well, in the future, they can make it look like we've been in a Holocaust. I mean, we do have people alive from the Second World War, and they said it was a war, but we can't really go back any further than maybe the First World War. Because people have pictures, family members, rah-de-rah stories. But I mean, they can turn any of these things into what they want in the future. And these people will look back and go, look at those poor people. Look at them queuing for their food when we were queuing for toilet paper. It's something different.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're lying, but they're not lying. But they're lying. I just hate it.
So when they say, take each day as it comes, live in the day, you know.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We've got like the holiday thing going on, but what's going to happen in a few weeks' time? I mean, are people going to say, hey, we've come out of that, I'm going to go and buy some clothes, buy a house, go on holiday? I don't think so, because I think a lot of people think something else is coming. Personally.
Well, if that's the case, all I can say to people that are listening is build up your immune system, you know, and don't get stressed out, because stress can bring on a lot of problems, can't it? Health problems.
Just showing right now, Marilyn, because I'm just repeating that little bit of footage where me and you are hugging at the beginning of our hangout, that you're singing in Morocco, aren't you?
Yes, that was last year.
Marilyn loves singing. Look, she was in a restaurant. There were people there. You were allowed to mingle. I think that's the saddest thing in such a short period of time. And people saying, "Sod that if I'm going to do that." Everybody's curtailing. We've completely surrendered. And then I saw Dave Mantle doing a video about it. And in a sense, he had to do the same thing. He didn't want to do it, but you've got to get in the line because everybody else is in the line.
And I've got to say this about Morocco, Karen. They were so relaxed. Any place you went to.
They are in Turkey. It's the same in Turkey. You're welcome, they go. You're welcome in Turkey.
They can't do enough for you. And it wasn't like, you know, when you go out over here, it's all political correct. You've got to put your name down and you've got to line up. But me and my friend, we used to go in there, have something to eat, and the owner would call different people up to come up and sing a song. It was so different that I have to give it to the Muslims. They've got a lovely way with them, whether you like it or not. You know, like the Irish used to have. Well, they still have the Irish, but in London, the Cockneys used to be lovely people, but they really get on my nerves with their
Thing is, though, you know, they have made a rather narcissistic society, haven't they, Marilyn? It's really hard to be an empath when nearly everybody around you is narcissistic and is only thinking of themselves and has got an agenda you haven't got. A lot of people have got an agenda that we haven't got. I just want to love and care about people and, you know, talk to people, and a lot of them are just so selfish, and you can see it. You know, don't you, Marilyn? You know, we talk about these things.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It is. It's just unbelievable.
Listen,
and I'm judging my own, but even that mob up in that mob, this posh mob, it was bad. I don't know how they can live and sleep at night. You know, they've got all that wealth, and then they make it so hard for the workers. It's unbelievable. When you think there's enough billions and trillions to go all around the world twofold, and they want more, and they want to treat people with low paid wages.
We've been going for nearly 20 minutes now, so we'll have to finish and so forth. But I've been saying this for a while. You know, a lot of people are on minimum wage, and out of 1 week, you know, if you're, say, doing 30 hours a week, 20 of those hours, 20 odd hours you'd have to take just to pay your council tax. We couldn't live the way we were. My son bought a house, a 3-bedroom, it was a separate bungalow, it wasn't attached to anything, 400 and something thousand just to buy a 3-bedroom house. Come on.
Anyway, that's my little rant over.
Yeah, well, it was a good rant, and hopefully it's resonated with people who feel foggy in their brain.
Yes, exactly.
Foggy in their brain.
That's exactly how I feel. Yeah, well, you know, I've gave up the drink, so all my life,
Marilyn, I meant to say to you, Marilyn is on 7 months free now.
Oh yeah, 7 months from last month.
Yeah, well done, my darling.
And it got quick.
Well
Do you know
done.
what? I don't even know what day it is. Like, the weekends are no different to the week now as you get older.
I know, do you know what? I even forgot. I want to say congratulations for the 7 months, but I feel
Thank
the
you.
same. Like I'm having to go, is it Wednesday or Thursday? You know, because, you know, it's been 3 weeks of being at home. They want us disorientated. Maybe we think it's 1920 again. I don't know. Anyway, Marilyn, we've been going for 20 minutes now. Do you want to say the final word?
The final word is try and raise your vibrations and count to 10 when you go out in the street.
Oh, my lovely Marilyn. Marilyn, thank you so much. We're finishing now.
Thank you,
To
Karen.
Marilyn and to the chat room.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, thanks.